What is going on, YouTube? Look what we got in the garage. That don't look like a Tercel that I own. It's because it's not. This is Bearded Rancher's new car that he's calling Spud 2. See? Michigan. Why would we have Luke's Tercel at the house? Weird. Maybe I stole it. Nope, definitely did not. So anyway, we got Luke's car here at the garage because there's a few things he wants me to do to this car for him. And I just so happened to be up at his house this past weekend doing some trails. So I left my car, the red one, up there and brought this car home to do some work on it. And I got 2 weeks to get it done, or I'm going to lose the shop. Because I'm going back up in 2 weeks to do a Gambler 500. So, yay. The things we were doing to this car. 1, rust repair, my favorite. So here's what we're working with. Got a little bit of rust there. It's not too bad. I think that should be a pretty simple fix. And then a little bit in the jam there, which is a very common spot on a Tercel wagon. But overall, you know what? It's not that bad. The rest of this is nice and solid, especially down here. That's all nice and good. The doors are good. Ain't gonna worry about those. The front of the hood, we have a little bit of bubbling going on. It's not bad. It's just like old stone chips that started rusting. So I'm probably going to have to kind of mask this front of the hood off here and sand this down. We're going to paint it and then polish the hood. Try to make it blend the best we can. What do we got over here? That's right, we got a little bit of bubbling going on the door. So I'm thinking my thoughts. I'm thinking my thoughts. Really, what a surprise. Anyway, we're going to sand this whole part of the door down. I think both, because that's got that big scratch in it. So we're just going to go ahead and sand both the bottoms of the doors down, primer it and paint it after we fix the bubbles. And then we got this spot here. This one's not too great. I think it should be a simple fix. Thankfully, it's right on this body line here, so that's going to be a lot easier to cut. You can tack weld it in and kind of clean that up. I think we can fix that and look good. Door jamb. Oh, that's not real bad. I think that's just paint chipping, so we'll go ahead and ignore that. So yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of work to Luke's car. I don't know if I can get it on video. I'll try. I'm pretty sure... Oh, I can turn the flash on, right? Yeah. There is a hole somewhere right there. That hole in the floor needs fixed. That's going to probably be the hardest job. Thankfully, it's on a nice flat spot, so that shouldn't be too bad. That's what we're looking at. So we're going to be doing a little rust repair. And I got a bunch of windows that he gave me a while back that I pre-tinted. They're all tinted except for this one. I can never get them to stick because of the Rudy Froster. Well, we're going to go ahead and put some tinted windows in this thing too. And I'm going to slap a few chunks of sound deadener in the doors and fluid film undercoat it for him because he never brings his cars down to get them done. I actually have his car here, so I'm going to undercoat it for him to help. So that'll be cool. He's planning on doing all kinds of stuff to this car. Yeah, you heard that at the beginning of the video. He's going to be doing seats and all that stuff in this thing. So if you guys want to check that out on his channel, I'll put a link in the description for his channel. And yeah, and if you already watch his stuff and you already watch mine too, well then that's cool. Yeah, he's got the some Pokemon sound for when you open the door. Apparently it doesn't work on this door. It's pretty funny. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get cranking on this thing. We're going to start by getting it on the lift. And we're going to just right away rip into this rust. Start cutting it out, figure out how far it's spread. I am no expert at bodywork by all means, so you can follow this at your own risk. We're not looking to win a show here. We're trying to just make it last longer. We're going to cut it out, put a little bit of new metal in, smooth it out the best we can, and you know, just trying to help the car out. So yeah, guess let's get started on Spud 2. We got 2 weeks. Woo! Well, I guess we might as well start with the passenger side, right? Let's see how bad this is. You know, we only use the finest bodywork tools around here, you know. Sorry, Luke. This is going to be painful to watch. Oh, it's already got Bondo in it anyway. So somebody was already hiding this issue to begin with. Oh, yeah. Oh, even better. Perfect. Means I got to recreate the wheel well lip and everything. My favorite. This is pretty well shot, all of it. It's pretty bad. That's a lot of mud. And then we got mud up here. That's scary to think about. Yeah, well, now that I can see the metal, it's looking like we're gonna have to cut it about here. That's what I'm seeing. Lovely. Well, go get the cutter out. Start cutting away. Love it. Alrighty, so a little update on the car. I went ahead and got a little bit of filler in there. That's probably pretty dry now. Had a bit of a hiccup. Of course, you know, when you actually have a project you're working on that you don't have a lot of time, you run out of welding gas because your bottle's small. So I had to go and find a place that I could exchange it, but we're good now. We got gas again. So now we're 2 hours behind on a Friday evening getting work done on this thing, which is frustrating. So now we're going to go ahead and start chopping the metal out on the driver's side and see how much work we get into on this side. Alrighty, so here's the hole we're working with. It's not super big, it's just an awkward shape because of how it curves in here. Luckily this stuff's all solid and in here is all good and back in here is good. So we'll just do our best to cut a plate that I can shape here, and then this I'm going to make its own separate piece so it's nice and flat. Curve that around. It ain't gonna be perfect, but you know what? It's gonna work probably, I hope. Alrighty, so here's the current status. I went ahead and just said screw it, we're gonna paint that whole, what do you call that, dog leg piece? I don't know. We'll just tape it off at this body line and this all match. Not perfect. Body line's a hair off down here, but I mean, I could sit there for probably an hour and 2 hours and try to build that up and hand sand it perfect, but to be honest, we ain't got that kind of time. This is just going to be good enough. It's got a little bit of imperfections, but I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to make this perfect. This spot was kind of dented and creased anyways from the factory, and it's in the jam anyway, so you can't see it when the door's closed, as long as it ain't a rust hole. So there's that spot. And then we got the spot over here. Went ahead and sanded it down. The body's a little swollen here is already, so this is kind of goofy looking, but there's nothing I can do about it. This part's swollen. I went ahead and just kind of put a little crease in it for the body line. But yeah, that should be good. This is ready for primer. So that's pretty much where we are. We're gonna go ahead and start taping these jams off, get this clean a little bit, tape it off, wipe it down, and get some primer on it. And while the primer's drying, we're gonna go ahead and start sanding the bottom of this door. This door, I'm really debating. I might just dab some paint in that, because it's a shame to sand this whole door down just because of that. So I think I'm just gonna try to brush touch this. So we'll sand this door, brush touch this one. Oh, the joys of bodywork. So a lot of them little rust bubbles, as you can see right there, there's a hole. A couple more holes. There's a good size hole there. So we'll have to dig some of that out. We're just gonna fill it in and smooth it back out, and what it is, it is. Because we're only gonna do the front edge of this hood, so. Primer time for the hood. So my method to keep the tape line down was to leave the front of the tape lifted. I have no idea if that's going to work. It's just my method that I came up with literally 10 minutes ago, and I'm going to give it a go. Now we wait for it to dry. Yeehaw. Ooh. Went ahead and took the tape and paper off. I mean, she's a solid 10-footer. I mean, I ain't gonna push that close, you'll see I'll touch it. I mean, that looks good enough for the girls we date, right? I'd drive it. The other side's pulled too. Not too bad. Now all we gotta do is polish up this paint. Don't mind the rust spot. I'm gonna spray it with fluid film. Now we just gotta polish up this paint so it matches correctly. I think the next step is gonna be get the hood painted, do the door, and then get the tinted windows in. Alright, good morning YouTube. Another day of working on Spud 2. As you can see, we got some tinted windows installed. So I actually had a little trouble with the driver window. I had these windows pre-tinted for him before we got this car here. And there's like a track that bolts right here on these windows. Well, apparently the window that he gave me, that must have got broken off at one point. Somebody glued it back on. Well, they glued it on too far forward, so the window didn't work. When I put it in there, it wouldn't line up. So I tried to pop it off, and of course the window decided to do window things and explode. So I had to go to the store and get more tint and tint the window that was in the car. But that's not a big deal. It is what it is. Now she's got tinted windows. So now we got to go ahead and do these quarter windows, which I'll show you how I do that. I think I did in a previous video a couple years ago, but I'll do it again because it's pretty nifty little trick on how to get them out and get them in. So that's today's goal. Get these windows in, finish the passenger door. It's got body filler on it right now. Otherwise, everything else is looking pretty good. Not too shabby. Hood's not bad. I got a little bit of a line. I'm going to try to maybe sand that out. But you really can't tell, other than the fact that you can tell. You know what? You're stuck with that one, Bubble Luke. I didn't want to run it up that high. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, this is our final bodywork project. And then just brush touch that. That quarter's looking pretty good. Paint's nice and dry now. Oh yeah, we got this door back together. I did go ahead and fluid film the inside of this door while I had the panel off. Oh man, Luke, you're gonna love them tinted windows. Got 20% in the rear, 35 in the front. I like 20 during the day, but 35's nice at night. You can still see. These are also gonna be 20. This is not getting done because I can never get the cheap tint to stick to the rear defroster, so it is what it is. So I guess let's go ahead and get this interior ripped apart and get these quarter windows done. Time for some primer. We are not masking this off. We are just chooching her in there. What it is, it is. Oh yeah. Alrighty, so here is my method on pulling these windows out of these Toyota Tercel wagons. I don't know if other cars are the same way or not. They have this little rubber flap that wraps around the body of the car and holds them in. A couple of paint scrapers or body filler tools usually do the trick. I will start by a corner here. Kind of work it in. Fold it. Oh, see, slipped a little bit. Try again. Get her in there. Fold it back. Then you kind of work it in a little bit. There you go. Then you grab your other one. Go around the corner again. Do the same thing. Work it a little bit. Metal ones I think are a lot better. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Holy crap, this one's fighting me. They're normally not so hard to get out. Oh, starting to think this window has never been removed, ever. Oh. No. Trade spots. Now we're getting somewhere. There we go. There we go. Now we're on the home stretch. It's that easy, you see. This one actually was probably one of the harder ones I've had to pull. There, now it's out. What a pain. That thing did not want to come out. Definitely recommend 2 metal scrapers. I'll go ahead and swap out the glass without breaking it. Non-tinted. Tinted. Make sure it's good and seated. There, one tinted window. Pretty mint. Now I'm going to clean the seal so I can lube it and put the string in it. Alright, so now what you do, you take your shoestring, you tuck her in, like so. Alright. There we go. And then you give her some sauce. Whip your strings in. It's doable by yourself. If you have an extra pair of hands you can borrow, I would recommend, and they can keep firm pressure on the glass at all times for you. But it is doable by yourself. there you go. Now your quarter window is installed. Not too tricky, just takes a little patience. Check that out though, huh? Oh, nothing like some tinted windows and a Tercel. Yeah, much better to look through. Oh yeah. Wah. Alright, so now that that window's installed, I'm just going to go ahead and whack the other one out off camera. No sense in you guys watching me struggle to do that one. And then after that, we need to spray undercoating in these quarter panels, as well as paint that door. And I don't want to spray the undercoating until the paint's on that door. So I guess next thing's going to be paint that door. And now the door is painted. Now I got a new project. Oh, by the way, I buffed out the hood. Look how good that looks. We will be doing the rest of the car in just a moment, so I will time lapse that. But that's what you expect to see. Not too bad. So, you remember the hole in the floor that I needed to patch? You know, I was like, yeah, we'll put a plate in it. No big deal. Pretty sure I talked about that. So here's that plate, or hole, that I need to fix in the floor. Yeah. So I went ahead and, you know the car's in good shape when you get the Sawzall out to fix your floor. Oh boy. So just to clarify, we thought it was a hole like right here about that size. That's all it was supposed to be, Luke. Just a hole. This isn't just a hole, Luke. It's the whole damn floor. But anyway, here we are. We're going to fix it and make something. So we're going to do what we can. He said hood repair it. So we are going to hood repair it, which means cut some metal, get the self-tappers out, glue it in, maybe a couple of welds, make it look like we did something, call it a day. Let's get to it. You know, we got to take care of our pride and joy. We don't want our floor to rust, you know. Yeah, that should fix it. Ready for the car show. Alrighty, and there you have it. Spud 2. back together. Tinted windows, polished paint, some body work done. Floor, I didn't really show that repair. It's a hood fix, but it's a good fix. That's what Luke wanted. And we undercoated it, and I forgot to record me undercoating it, so I'm sorry, but I can show it off a little bit. So yeah, we went ahead and gave her the old black fluid film special. Yep, yep. Nice and juicy. Perfect timing too, because Luke's gonna go ahead and do all kinds of front end parts. You're welcome, Luke. I tried to avoid some of the steering parts a little bit because I know he's gonna be doing some work to it. Did the doors and stuff too. Oh, stuck. Yeah, sauced them up inside too, and the bottoms. Wonder what that is. Yep, did that spot, did the doors. I'll just throw that back in there. Here we go. So yeah, I'd say this was a successful project. Stressful, but successful project. I went ahead and coated it with some of that graphene spray wax, as you saw. I did Rain-X the windshield and the rear hatch glass because I am actually driving this car back to Luke's instead of towing it like I did on the way here because I'm cheap and want to save gas money. So that'll be fun. He said it only slightly burns a little bit of coolant and leaks oil. So that'll be fine. We'll just... But yeah, so here she is. All we gotta do is load our stuff and get ready to go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad to see it go because I want to work on my stuff. But particularly that car, I have a video coming on that car soon because I got to do the work to it. So yeah, I guess let's get ready to head to Michigan and go see what Luke thinks of his new car now. It's gonna scare him. It's shiny. Alrighty, so now here we are at Luke's house. He has not seen his car really because we did a Gambler 500. So
and he got here at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so
it was
this
dark.
is the first time he's seeing it in the daylight. I don't know how to move my hand and camera stuff yet. Beep, beep. So anyway, might as well check out your brand new car. It's shiny now.
It's very shiny now. You didn't get the dent out of the roof that's been there since probably...
I wanted you to look like my car.
Yeah, we both got that rooftop dent. I'm pretty sure that green car back there's got it. Dude, did you polish this too?
Yes.
Holy shit. I shouldn't swear, sorry. Holy crap. I didn't know those actually polished that nice. Yeah, I'm definitely today, I think I'm going to pull those panels out here. No,
that's why I didn't put them back on, because the DLX ones are trash.
Yeah.
I put the nice SR5 ones on there.
Super dirty. I might clean that up a little bit.
That? Yeah. I sauced that spot. The little chip.
Yeah.
In the paint. I put juice on it.
Oh, you're leaving your trash behind.
You could use that for something.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. I mean, I only borrowed them from work.
It's okay. I never do the same thing.
Yeah, no more hole.
I know. No more rust hole. I gotta put some mud flaps on here though.
Don't even talk about mud flaps.
Oh yeah.
I lost a mud flap yesterday. I'm big sad about it. We are terrible at these reveals of your car.
I'd say it looks great. I think it looks awesome.
It's almost too nice for you.
You know what's funny? There's actually a VIN right here in this window.
I know. I saw that from the other car that it came from.
That's
Yep.
from a different car. That's
I don't know
funny.
why dealers ever did that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Like,
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does because they're like, oh, hey, it's stolen. But, you know. It looks great, man. I'm stoked. Thank you. I'll finish improving it, finish cleaning it up. I'll probably touch up those little rust bubbles that are starting, like you said, with the spray paint.
that's why I said I'd just clean them up and dab some paint on them to help.
Yeah. Just
Tinted
cover 'em
windows, though. Oh, my
up.
God.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about mentioning that. I'm not used to tinted windows, so
Yeah.
it's a new thing for me. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this windshield out at some point in time because there's a bunch of rock chips in here in all the corners.
That windshield's rough.
Yeah, it's beat.
I
it's been
don't
sitting
think
underneath a tree for a
I
long
don't even
time.
think a camera will pick up on how. No. Nope, you're still ugly through it. Ah! See, I don't know. We'll end this. He's
I
looked at
appreciate
it.
I
He likes
appreciate
it.
Yes.
I'm done with it, thankfully. I can work on my stuff.
Now I gotta go do a head gasket on it
Yeah.
and an exhaust and
That just shows you how good these cars are. It made it all the way from Virginia
to your
To
place,
here.
to my place, back
and then
to your
back to
home.
my house, and
Yeah.
I drove it here on a bad head gasket.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to see any more videos on Spud 2, you'll have to watch his channel.
And some other stuff like the Carib and
Yeah, and he's got other cool cars like a
I don't know
Model
if they're
A.
cool, but a bunch of shitty
He's
Toyotas.
got a Model A, that's cool.
Yeah, my grandfather's Model A. I'm happy to have that. I got pictures of me riding around in that thing when I was. There's pictures of me under a year old in it, but it's been. I can't find them yet. They're all buried and lost to time with the house fire and stuff.
But yeah, I'll put I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out.
A link.
A link for his channel in my description. So if you want to watch his stuff, if you already do, well then you're just a G. So that's cool. But yeah, we're gonna end it off. His problem now.
Yeah, I'll take care of it from here. I'll pass the torch back on to me.
Yay! My garage will be back. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Adios.
Peace. Stuff to be expected on Bearded Rancher's channel.
And a messy garage once again.
And a half-polished Model A that we're finishing today. I can't believe how good these fenders came out. They were just
rough.
horrid. These rear fenders are like way nicer than the fronts were. And these
Yeah.
front fenders look amazing now. Does the Uga work?
I think the battery's in it, so yeah, it should.
Oh, we got to get an Uga.
I don't know if I had the hood on, but is the power gonna be on? The battery might be dead.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
trying. That's a big
I think
bummer.
the battery might be dead. I might have left the headlights on or something too.
No Uga.
Yeah, battery's dead.
Oh, well.
I don't think I had the headlight switch all the way off, so it's sending power through it.